It is the day that we answer the call, as we always like to focus on ways to keep you and everyone safe in the community. And well, we're joined by a familiar face. You may have seen him earlier in this newscast, Corporal Chris Bordelon with the Shreveport Police Department. And Chris, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Let's jump right into it. Yeah. How was the 4th of July from the law enforcement standpoint, and any major arrests?
Well, we did have a very busy weekend, and we anticipate that. Obviously, 4th of July brings a lot of different types of challenges police force-wise. We did make several arrests. We did have several types of violent crimes. However, most of those crimes up until this point we have solved. We did also run a DWI saturation operation because we have seen in the past that our serious and fatal crashes tend to spike in the summertime, especially around the 4th of July. And that saturation operation ended with about 13 DWI arrests that are specifically DWI arrests. And we're very proud of what our DWI unit has done. You know, the past 2 years, the Shreveport Police Department DWI unit, which consists of 4 officers, that's what they do. They have led the state the past 2 years in DWI arrests, and they're on pace again to do the same. You know, fortunately, we're hoping that we're seeing a downturn in some of these traffic-related incidents. Sure. But they're out there and they're looking for people every day.
Fantastic, and great job to them. Now, Corporal Bordelon, I want to ask you this too. Can folks now relax now that the 4th's behind them? They could think, well, you know, they didn't catch me. I was drinking and driving with some buddies, but got the rest of the summer to relax now. I doubt that you guys will be slowing down when it comes to looking for impaired drivers.
Absolutely not. I mean, we're going to be full speed ahead in doing that. We have found a recipe that works. We are seeing a lowering of fatal crashes here in the city. We've currently had 12 throughout the city in 2025. Now that we are still seeing a good amount in the parish and the outlying areas. However, we believe what we're doing inside of the city with the way we're treating our traffic enforcement is actually deterring some of these crimes and some of these crashes that we've seen. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and we really want to commend the work of those traffic enforcement officers. They've been busting their tail, and it's showing.
It certainly is, especially with those numbers going down in a big way. I'd like to ask you this too. We had some viewers reaching out asking us about a new law that took effect on the 1st of July with police officers all over the state cracking down on hands-free driving. You shouldn't have that cell phone in your hand in front of your face, but just tell us, why is this so important, a law that you guys will be, you know, looking for people that could be breaking that law, so to speak?
Well, that's a really great thing, and that is one of the things we've seen over and over again. The #1 cause for most of our accidents is distracted driving. And that distraction is coming from these cell phones. People having them in their hand, checking their Facebook, their TikTok, whatever they're looking at, and they're not looking at the roadway. You know, operating a motor vehicle, you don't think of it that way, but it's a very dangerous thing to do. And when you take into account the number of fatal crashes that we've had in the past years, with the population of the city that actually drive cars, you know, people don't think of it this way, but you're much more likely to be seriously injured or killed in an automobile accident than any other type of incident in our city.
Very interesting, and that is why put the phones down, no drinking and driving, and always wear the seatbelt, something that this guy preaches as well as the entire department.
Absolutely.
Corporal Bordelon, thanks so much for being here. Great advice as always, my friend.
Thank you, and remember, everybody drive safe.
Yes, and if you have a question for Corporal Bordelon or this segment, you can email us to pressreleases@ktbs.com. Include a little portion of your question right there in the subject headline, and watch every Tuesday as we get those answers for you. And we'll have more on KTBS 3 News right after this.